Hey everybody, it's Kat from Scarborough Fair. How are you? Happy Thursday. So I am here today with my dear friend Nikki, who is recently, I don't know, the last 2 years on a journey of discovery, and she is developing her tarot practice. And I thought it would be fun, and she agreed, to come in. Shoo! That's why we're friends. To talk about our tarot jewelry. So these pieces of jewelry, we only have a few left, are made here in the United States by an artisan who takes wood from the Canadian forest, planes it, softens it, shapes it, takes beautiful papers from, I think, Italy. I could be making that up because these are Italian medieval tarot artwork, and creates these necklaces, and we're going to get more into them, but I just want you to see they hang. There's a long chain there. They're gold plated or gold filled. It's all on the website. But what I wanted to do is I wanted Nikki to illuminate for us what some of this artwork means, because she knows. I don't. So anyways, I'm going to say, hey, Nikki, take it away.
This is so exciting. Thank you so much.
Give you that? Or
I'm going to set it down, and then I'm going to pull up cards that correspond to what we have left here. And I just want to say, you know, this shop is so much fun. I know she calls it Scarborough Fair, but for me, it's like Wonderland. So every time I come in here, I can't help myself, and I'm always moving around. And when she told me she'd gotten this jewelry, I just think it's super cool. So I'm just going to move through the pieces. The first piece we have is the sun. So can you see that? The sun. And so the sun is a very cool energy. I think of it, it's Leo energy, right? So it's like, here I am, ta-da, I'm big and I'm bold. And in tarot, what's interesting about tarot is that there's a traditional deck, Rider-Waite. I've kind of gone back to that. Like, I have a bunch of different tarot decks, and for some reason, I'm in sort of that traditional mode. And everything impacts your reading. So it's the colors, it's the cards that are around it, and you never see things the same way. So in terms of, color, it's so great that we're live. In terms of color, so here's the Rider-Waite deck, right? And you can see that this is kind of ta-da. And here is another deck also depicting the sun, and it's a little bit more serious and a little bit more muted. But I love them both, but right now, in today's world, I am about the bright, vibrant colors. And the thing I like about tarot, so I do tarot and I do astrology. The natal chart readings for astrology are a blueprint as to who you are, how you arrived, what your lessons may be, and that kind of thing. The cool thing about tarot is that we're energetic beings, right? So I don't really think I communicate anything that you don't already know, since the energy and the picking of the cards is something that my clients do. And then I just look at them and they become a story for me. They weave themselves together. And what I see one day in a card is not what I see the next day or for the next person. So anyway, I'm going to move on now to the moon. Also a super cool card. There's the necklace there. And the moon is a really feminine, intuitive, emotional energy, right? This would correspond to Cancer if I were going to have to pick a zodiac sign. But you can see like the different feels. And there are tarot cards that don't even, they correspond to like the major and minor arcana, but they don't, like the sun doesn't look like the sun. So there are all kinds of different things. And it's really about the reader to decide what deck they want to use. Sometimes I have the people choose the deck. I might have multiple decks out. Now we have the Empress, and she's like the mother of all mothers, right? So she's the mother. She's fertility, she's lush, she's growth. And again, we have the two different cards and the two different feelings. Like in this card, you can just see that she's nurturing, right? You get a sense for her, but you don't really see that it's maybe a mother energy about security and such. But in this one, it's very clearly depicting that this is a mothering sort of a feeling with this one.
You said something, if you don't mind me speaking
Yeah.
up, you said something about nurturing,
Yeah.
the nurturer. I love that. Like if you were going to choose between one of these necklaces, I didn't even realize that some of them pertain to your Cancer, your zodiac
Yeah,
sign. I
yeah.
didn't realize that. But I mean, nurturing, who wouldn't want to wear like a medieval nurturer around their neck? I love that.
100%. Like
Anyways.
just no, yeah, it's kind of like a charm or a talisman. It's very
Yeah.
cool. And then finally, we have the lovers, which can be like lovery energy, and it can also signify relationship in any sort of place in your life, and also duality. But the thing, and Gemini would be the card, the twins, the zodiac sign that I would put together with this. But in terms of the duality, the lovers are together, right? So for me, it just signifies how, like, at the end, you come together and you're one in whatever relationships you may have, and you want to nurture those kinds of things. But again, completely different feelings in the two, right? And these cards are more, I don't know what I would call them, kind of almost a little biblical, right? Like I'm getting the feeling of the Garden of Eden with this and some of the other imagery. And then here we just have, I'm going to call them Adam and Eve, but for lack of anything, but you know, not really. Yeah. Anyway, duality, lovers be together. And she's got, again, the earrings and the necklace for that. So,
And I just want
Yeah.
to say something about this. So I was talking to somebody today that I really respect and love. I don't know if you know, anyways, this woman that I'm talking about. And we were talking about our relationships with ourselves and the dual,
Yeah.
right?
Love and
I
hate.
mean, love and two sides of ourselves could be also the lovers. I
For
mean, I am not a
sure.
tarot
No,
reader, but I am not a reader
100%.
or a seer. But anyways, I kind of love that you're just speaking to me today, Nikki. I just
so
have to say.
glad. Yeah.
All right, darling. So the earrings, I only have one pair left of the earrings. Those are 36. They are on the website. And again, this artwork is kind of a Italian medieval deck. And then the necklaces are, is that 36 or 38?
it looks like 38. This is what happened when old ladies
38.
like
Yeah, I know.
try to
Old
read it.
ladies, no glasses, we're vain.
And the cool thing that you might not be able to see just the way that we're showing it is that there are a lot of colors in each of the pieces. So depending on what you wear it with, it's going to pull out different colors and accentuate sort of what's happening in the piece.
Yeah. Do you want to say where people can reach you?
Yes, you can find me. Probably if you really want to get a feel for the different things I do, it would be NikkiBonnie.com, NIKIBOHNE.com. Otherwise, same name on Facebook, Instagram, and well, maybe don't go there right now, but I just started a YouTube channel. We're going to see how that happens.
we
I
have
don't
a
know.
YouTube
There's
channel,
one
too.
thing on there.
Oh.
I know. Knock
And what
yourself
about
out.
the Get
Oh,
Red?
Get Red. Yeah, so that's my tagline.
Okay, so
Yeah.
it's not your website.
No,
Okay.
it's under NikkiBonnie.com, although
Okay.
it'll pop up Get Red, which is just my cuteness.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's NIKIBOHNE.com.
Yeah.
And if you can't find that or whatever, just call me or text me, 651-402-6441, and everything's on the website. Thanks, y'all.
Bye.
Have a good one. Happy Thursday.